The Germans marched in, but the Jews were prepared that time for them. There was a certain section they called the Szczotkarnia. They used to make these brooms. They had an old, the only one, a little sort of a machine gun they had down there, and they had rifles and guns and homemade bombs. And as soon as they walked in, they attacked them in two sections, on the Zamenhof, and then there was a Franziskansky, and killed a lot of Germans the first day. And then they brought in heavy stuff. They brought in armor. So they started shooting, heavy caliber stuff into the walls. And they were fighting the best possible way they could with whatever they had. And first, I would say, 2 or 3 days to put up quite a resistance. It was all the means possible. I've seen that, and I could see it, And that's how they acquired afterwards some more. And that's when I bring up the point the girls they grabbed their helmets, they pulled out, and they didn't expect the resistance. They thought the first 2 times they just marched in, the people were just going like little sheep. But the third time, there were only about 40,000 people left in the whole ghetto, where we used to be 350,000 packed in like sardines. And it was quite a scene, and
what did you see?
Well, I see a lot of bloodshed. I've seen a lot of Germans killed, and I've seen a lot of Jews killed. And they were fighters, like freedom fighters, in the Warsaw ghetto. And they made me you call it a Polish, a łącznik, like a messenger boy. And they used to send me, go down there and see if they are uncovered, they're still there, and tell them so-and-so. And I used to go, whatever they sent me.
In the sewers?
No, this was after, at night time, we used to come out from the sewers when the Germans were gone. Most of the people who were still there used to come out at night. You could see some talking and so on. So they used to send me from one place to another. And I said, oh, it's nothing there. People are gone. I used to come back. Couldn't leave no messages. They wanted certain messages to be left. And I stayed with them. And then all of a sudden...
Well, what was it like in the sewers?
In the sewers was terrible. It was the smell, and you were halfway in the water sitting there. I used to put some stuff in it. And one episode, I'll never forget, it always rings to me. They uncovered one of these bunkers where they connected it to the sewers. And the people were running into the sewers, and the Germans couldn't pursue them right away, so they put gas after them. And all of a sudden, I could hear like flaps and people choking, and we started to feel gas, and I thought maybe it's beginning to smell of the water, but it was real gas. So I climbed up to the top, and I started to breathe through that hole where they pick up usually the top plate, and I was breathing, inhaled and exhaled, and people were trying to climb, and I used to kick down because they were trying to pull my leg down, and I was trying to survive myself. And in a moment like this, you only think of yourself. And we couldn't wait long enough, and these 2 other fellows opened up the top, and we got through, and we looked first if there's anybody there, any Germans around, and we got through to our building to hide ourselves. I don't know what happened to the other people, probably most of them died.